Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the politics of fear.
Okay, so thank you everyone for coming. I think we need to congratulate Newcastle for the good turnout. And all of us, I think, need to be very diligent with what's going on at the moment. Okay, I'm going to hand you over to Nico, who's going to have a few words on behalf of Refugee Action Network Newcastle.
Well, it's standing here, standing up for the rights of oppressed people on what is Arabical and Warramite people's land. Some housekeeping before we start. Sharon Gleason, her office RANN, Sharon RANN as well, and she'll speak to a delegation from RANN after the protest, which will finish at 1:45. So at 1:45, 4 people from RANN will go in and talk to Sharon. So therefore, if you want to find out the outcome of that, do sign that, put your contact details on the sheet that's going around. There's a contact sheet. Right. And also, Sharon said, like, out of respect for her staff, please don't put stuff up on the wall. She's happy with rainbow on the footpath, but not up on the wall because the staff will have to clean it. I'm not worried about that because we're here to think as a community, and we're here to say it out loud to end the scapegoating and the lies. No asylum seeker has to die. So I say to you, let's say it loud and clear, another chant. Lock up Rod, free the refugees. 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 And we're going to ring his office at about 1:30, and we're going to leave a voice message for him. That is if they happen to answer at 1:30, because I forewarned him. Okay, so what we've got here, with Rod's dive to the bottom, is the politics of distraction. You know, you create enough outrage, and people who would normally be campaigning about climate change or human conditions or jobs, anything like that, you get them tied up over this issue here because of the moral outrage. And it's also fed by this constant stream of lies. You know, lies that are even in the Herald this morning, the editorial. The editor wrote that Rod was appealing to the racist voters in the western suburbs of Sydney. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. The majority of Australians are not racist. And the people in Western Sydney are not the redneck racists that they make them out to be. Racism comes from the top down, and it's maintained from the top down. Most of the people that supported One Nation drove up to One Nation meetings in Volvos and BMWs. It's a top-down strategy. It doesn't come from poor working class people in Western countries. That's media lies and nonsense. So what actually lies behind Rudd? You know, who rather lies behind Rudd? What's driving this program? Who was it that deposed him in the first place, and who was it that put him back? It wasn't us. It was vested interests. It was corporations. It's stuff that we don't get to see. Secret stuff down there in Canberra. And not only that, even if Rudd tomorrow, for argument's sake, was to say, oh look, I'm terribly sorry about having this asylum seeker offshore detention regime, I'll change it all. We'll open it all up and we'll just have some process in the community. You know what's going to happen? He's going to get tapped on the shoulder by the powers that be, including his bureaucracy, the bureaucracy that's been built up ever since the Tampa election. This is the Department of Immigration and Citizenship, DIAC. This is Serco, the corporation that does DIAC security work. This is G4S, the security company, the private security company. This is ASIO, and the Defence Signals Directorate and the whole of that secret security industry, an industry which has the second most expensive building in the Southern Hemisphere, in Canberra. Now that's something we should be frightened about, and that's their number of people. They're not going to go away tomorrow. It's going to take a long campaign to get rid of that entrenched bureaucracy and corporation. But at the same time, as this disgraceful outrage, there's also an opportunity here. It's time to reject the dinosaur politics of these old parties that have led us into this global ecological and humanitarian disaster. Because in one way, what he's doing here, which distracting us and causing these moral outrages, is trying to distract us from the real issue, which is climate change, that disaster that's happening. But the opportunities for us to, it makes them play their hand a lot more palpably so we can recognise it, and it's time for us to network socially and act in order to figure out how we can walk and talk together and do something about this and dismantle these highly left criminals and self-serving sick banks, simpering self-serving sick banks. And I'd say to you all, let's end the politics of fear, let's get some decent talking done here.